highway wanders through the desert. A tumbleweed drifts past a dusty dive bar. A coyote shrieks out to no one in particular. Someone's bleeding out in a bathroom stall. The stars tonight are bright, but not nearly bright enough. This place does not exist, and yet, here you are.
Welcome to San Arroyo, Kindred.
We immediately smash cut to the outline of a figure, barely visible, as a heat haze eclipses the horizon, a nuclear sunset silhouetting behind them. Cut again, this time, opposite perspective, a figure, dusty and bloodied, scrabbles with dirty fingernails at the front gate of some derelict silo or other structure, something so old and so abandoned that it's been completely eroded. Whatever former sort of building it was now it's just a shelter. Now it's just to escape. As we cut back, and we see what the figure in the mirage is holding: a long, curved katana blade, glinting blood red in the firelight behind them. The figure, realizing there's no chance of him breaking through the door as he shoulder checks it for one final time, looks at this figure, this force bearing down on him, sliding down the front. He weakly gasps out, please, you don't have to do this. The figure raises the blade dramatically overhead and plunges it down. The man's shrill scream echoing to the dusty expanse around him. And cut. Raleigh.
Yes.
As you help your director / on-again, off-again boyfriend to his feet, feeling like you really got it this time, what is it that both the studio and the audience in general sees?
So I am a woman in my mid to late 20s, in very good shape. Probably the best shape of my life these last few years, thanks to these movies and everything, wearing the costume of this film, femme fatale-esque. It fits me pretty well. At the moment, the hair is red and is dirtied in a way that, is supposed to be on set, but,
Yeah, stage grime,
grime.
The movie is supposed to be set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, but clearly a post-apocalyptic wasteland that has access to, foundation and mascara.
Of course.
Of course. As you hoist Taylor to his feet, Taylor, also similarly dressed up in, somewhat less revealing, but still post-apocalyptic, almost road warrior chic. He's this tall, lean guy with long, almost past his shoulder length hair and a very well-groomed beard, again, in spite of what he's currently portraying. And immediately, the area around you, as our POV unfocuses, perhaps the ratios widening out slightly, we see same derelict little structure made mostly of corrugated sheet metal and prop styrofoam, the backdrop of a large green screen set out somewhere just outside of San Arroyo, and that peak golden hour condition that the cinematographers all love. Taylor kind of dusts himself off, but I feel good about this one. I feel good about this one.
Yeah. I the direction you gave me last time, I think is good.
Yeah. Hey, Toby, real quick, can we? And he starts going over to the cameraman. You kind of sink into yourself a little bit. You are sweating gallons. You have been striding dramatically through the desert sunset in nearly 100-degree weather for hours now. Maybe lean on like the prop katana that they gave you for a second.
Yeah.
Immediately, an aide rushes over with a bottle of water.
Yeah, I'm probably going to drain most of it in one go.
Oh, by the way, Miss Asher?
Yeah.
So about the radio interview, is that yay or nay? Because we're gonna need an answer. I mean, the people over at the broadcast station rather are gonna need an answer.
I mean, as long as it doesn't conflict with anything I already have going on, yeah, no, I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, we're good. She like consults a clipboard. Yeah, unless Taylor wants to reshoot anything, I think we're good for tonight.
Gonna look over and see if Taylor's looking happy. And if he's looking happy, it means we probably aren't gonna shoot anymore tonight. If he's got that pensive look on his face, I know we're probably gonna go for a couple more hours.
Taylor looks back at you, gives you like a thumbs up, as where he's kind of like consulting with his team. Maybe about 40 feet back from the main shoot site under a like a tarpaulin. They brought an entire like editing suite out here to the desert so they could literally film and edit on location. That's how devoted he is to getting this right, bless him.
Yeah, one of the many reasons I love him.
Eventually, as the sun starts to finally dip below the horizon, bringing blissful shade and darkness, you hear somebody say, you're not even sure who, you need to sit down for a second. Say, okay, that's a wrap, people. Let's pack it up before somebody from the park ranger service finds us. He says, maybe not so jokingly.
Yeah. It's only a crime if you get caught.
Exactly. And just like that, your evening's up.
Okay, yeah. Before anything else, I think I need to get clean.
Taylor comes back over to you. He's similarly, positively like the BO is intense and unavoidable, sadly.
Unfortunately.
As he kind of shrugs off the very impractical leather duster. Yeah, you're great, babe.
So are you.
I try. Gives you a little kiss on the cheek. It's like, so see you back at the hotel?
Yes. I need to get clean, and then I think there's something about our radio interview. Something like that.
Yeah. What's that guy? Ellis Eli? I don't know. I mean, hey, all publicity is good publicity, so
Yeah.
I get it. You know, you just want to. I know you just want to go home and collapse, but I mean,
It's the job.
these guys, these radio jockey guys, they're real precise about their hours of operation. So
Yeah. No, I mean, couldn't do it. Just gonna get the road grime off of my face first.
name of this film is called Gaspunk Samurai. As far as you're aware, it used to be a webcomic or something back in the early 2000s. Not the weirdest project you've been involved in, especially in the indie scene, although definitely the producers are being producers about the whole affair, much to your and Taylor's chagrin. Almost as if on cue, Taylor's phone rings. You see him look at it, make almost kind of a jerking off motion with his other hand, and then answer it. Hey, Mr. Passmore, great news. We just finished and he begins to walk off.
I don't say anything. Just wish him the best of luck of dealing with the producers. He has a talent for it, more than I do.
You get back in your rental car and you head back into the city. San Arroyo, California. Six Gun City, T-Town. You really never thought it would get this bad.
Yeah.
The drive isn't that long. San Arroyo is one of those places where the desert is always within an easy half an hour to 20 minutes drive, depending on the traffic. This late, or should I say, this early in the evening, you get through the usual bustle near the interstate without a problem, making your way to what passes for downtown, seeing the almost arrowhead point of Magdalen Tower cresting the horizon. And you make it to your hotel, Palmdale Luxury Resorts. They might want to add quotation marks to the luxury at some point in the future, but
Yeah.
you were told it was built back in the 70s by the same guy who designed the Roosevelt in LA. But, well, unlike that esteemed location back home, it hasn't aged quite as well. The fountain head out front has been dry for as long as anyone can remember. The palm trees sort of shepherding people towards the main lobby are all brown and withered. The lobby itself is this slightly scuffed Art Deco aesthetic to it. You know, something that Taylor would probably describe as timeless. Not that you particularly give a shit. You just want to get into the shower.
That's my kingdom for hot water right now.
Yeah. Heading up to your room carefully, admittedly, because sadly don't have the budget for a lot of costume alterations.
Yeah.
Stripping out of your what you're going to tentatively classify as battle lingerie, getting into the shower, and then eventually feeling considerably more refreshed and clad in a bathrobe. What is there to do for Raleigh before she turns in for the evening?
I don't think this is the place that really does room service. Or they might say they do, but it's probably just takeout from somewhere. It's food, probably. I probably have not eaten all that much today, and I'm actually trying to keep up my workout regime as much as I can here. So actually like taking care of my body, eating food, and keeping those, I hate that I'm saying the word macros, but you know, macros.
Yeah, it's tough keeping yourself in constant Hollywood shape.
Yeah, especially during production.
Probably looking on like DoorDash or something. Let's see what you could get reasonably at this hour. And you see there's a text message from your dad. Just says, "How's my movie star?"
I'll smile and roll my eyes, even though there's no one to see it, before texting him back really quickly, saying, "Melting in this heat, but you know, film's coming along good. Hopefully, we're still on schedule."
That other half of yours take you out to see Red Rocks yet?
Soon. We have plans near the end of production when things will be less hectic.
You know, that's where your granddad used to film with John Wayne, if you can believe it.
You have mentioned once or twice before. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Bit Anderson family lore right there.
Yeah. Kind of part of the reason why I agreed to do this.
All right, well, we love you, sweetheart. We miss you. Maybe call your mother once in a while. You know how she worries.
Yeah. Probably next time I have a day off. Not very often, but I have them occasionally.
All right, I'll leave you alone. Remember, Don't forget us when you get famous.
Incredibly unlikely to happen.
He always ends off almost every conversation you have lately with those words. Don't forget us when you get famous.
Seems unlikely that I will get famous, but I would at least settle for having to do less films like this. A film where I can wear a normal amount of clothes.
It's tough being, well, pick a thing. Tough being an actress. Tough being a woman in the entertainment industry. Tough trying to make it in the 2024 film industry. The list continues to go on.
Especially in the genre that I seem to be stuck in. I mean, I'm good at it, but, it's not exactly friendly to female stars. Unless you're Mila Jovovich, and then it's great.
I mean, you make that many Resident Evil movies, you must be doing something right.
Seriously.
As you kind of collapse onto the bed, just sore and tired and ready to nod off right there before you even decide on what to get. There's a knock at the door.
Interesting. Take a second, get up, and check through the peephole if this door has it. See who is it. If it's someone on production, I may pretend to be asleep.
It appears to be one of the hotel staff.
I will unlock the door and say, yeah?
Hi, Miss Asher. You see they're holding a champagne bottle in a bucket.
I didn't order that.
I know.
Thank you.
I'm told it's compliments of Mr. Passmore
Oh,
for a job well done, as always, they say a little awkwardly.
well, tell him thank you. I will extend my arms to take it.
He also said if you're in the mood to share that bottle, he's downstairs at the bar.
Okay, good to know. If the producer is showing up, could either be good, could be bad. I'm saying all of this internally.
This poor woman, is kind of shifting from foot to foot, she... Maybe in a more upscale location, this sort of thing is more common, but this is the Palmdale. She's not sure what the hell's going on, and it shows.
Yeah. No, and I will just give her my best movie star smile and say, tell Mr. Passmore I will be down in 20 minutes.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Well, apparently I'm not turning in early tonight. As honestly, I don't have a good read on this producer, so I don't know if he's the kind of person to take it personally if I decide not to show up. So I'm going to play it safe and go down and have a drink with him.
Yeah. Are you just walking down in the bathrobe? Or...
Oh, certainly not. I will get dressed in something that is nice, but relatively casual. A very nice, yeah.
Yeah, you're an LA girl. You know the power of the quick change.
Exactly. And, 20 minutes is enough time to grab a suitable outfit and throw enough makeup on to show that, to make it look like that I have been normally sleeping and, haven't been skipping meals.
Yeah, because, the movie going public is just incredibly obsessed with abdominal muscles. You don't know why, but it's the thing.
Having to you gotta be dehydrated to look like that.
You put on your best public relations face, as Taylor so often likes to call it, and you head down to the hotel bar of the Palmdale, which again is aping a certain style of Golden Age Hollywood that, given how threadbare everything looks, is just starting to come off as a little tacky.
Yeah.
Mr. Passmore himself, he's around your age. Good looking guy, tall, broad shouldered. What if perhaps if you weren't feeling, a little bit put upon, you might describe him as classically handsome. Just the right amount of stubble, dressed simply, but not cheaply. I mean, that leather jacket alone probably costs more than what you're making off of this film.
Probably.
He's sat, not at the bar itself, but at one of the booths, one of the almost retro style sunken lounge areas. And wouldn't you know it, he's already got two champagne flutes at the ready.
Uh, well, certainly looks like you're ready.
In this business, my dear, it always pays to know where they keep the good crystal.
I can't argue with that.
He stands up and pulls you out a chair before sitting back down himself, takes the champagne out of the bucket, pours you both glass. Just got off the phone with Taylor. Told that we're certainly making good time.
Yeah, today was incredibly productive. We managed to knock out quite a few scenes.
Right. We're about that. Forgive me if my jargon isn't quite up to date, but we're past Act 2 at this point, right?
Yeah, give or take. I think there's some pickups that we need to do for Act 1, but for the most part, yeah, we're into Act 2.
The bit where sorry, what's her name again?
Sonia.
Right, Sonia. The bit where Sonia finally tracks down Vaughn just before the main climax.
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy couple of weeks.
How busy could you be if pressed?
Normally, scheduling is much more in Taylor's wheelhouse than mine.
Taylor, yes, he's essential, after all, as the director and whatnot, and he does love his little cameos. I'm told that apparently for every film the two of you done, he always has some bit part where you kill him.
It's almost a running joke between us now.
And they say romance is dead. But, no, I wanted to speak to you about this, given that you are our leading lady, after all. And the onus is on you for a lot of the third act.
Yeah.
How, accounting for Mr. Cavallaro's, inability to stay away from the editing chair, ballpark, how quickly could you wrap this up?
Let's say I start thinking, and especially knowing some of the stunts that I will have to do in this third act, how can I safely do them quickly?
Give me let's call this intelligence plus athletics.
2 successes.
All right. Well, you're thinking. I mean, you'd have to talk to your stunt team, the people in effects. I mean, the final fight against Tattershade up on the Mesa alone is. I mean, maybe, but no. Wait, he wants to do one long take. Crap.
Yeah.
You're running the numbers as best you can in spite of your fatigued state, and maybe tentatively you could get everything shot and ready in a month.
Yeah, and I'll think and take a few sips of the champagne, trying not being polite, but also not trying to go overboard, because I know I haven't eaten for most of today, and I'm drinking on an empty stomach is never a good idea. I've learned this way too young. I'll say, as long as everything works out and we don't have any major problems with any of our stunts, because those are really what's going to take a lot of the time. I think we could get it done in a month.
Any chance you could get it down to 3 weeks?
That would. I don't know. It really depends on a couple of the final sequences, how well they go off, and how many times we may have to reshoot them with stunts.
But it is possible.
It's theoretically, as long as our stunts go off fine and, no one
But
gets
it
injured.
is possible.
Theoretically, yes.
Sets down the champagne flute in front of him, combs back his hair. Listen, Raleigh, I'll be straight with you. We're having some difficulties over with the intellectual property.
Okay.
I'm not going to bore you with the legalese, but suffice it to say, the little basement dwelling shit who originally published the webcomic way back when apparently thinks that he's getting stiffed on royalties. As if anyone even gave a damn. Right up until it got put on screen, but, artists.
Of course.
Just better safe than sorry, in particular because, if things don't go a certain way, then I may have to recoup some of my initial investment, and that means that, well, you could probably guess. So 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I'm not looking forward to that conversation with Taylor.
Gives you a little half smile, which you imagine he thinks comes off as reassuring when all you really see is just unadulterated smugness.
I'm used to it. So many people look exactly like him and act exactly like him, and, just smile and nod.
That's the other reason I wanted to talk to you specifically, Raleigh, because you get it. You're a working woman. You understand the hustle. Taylor, he's got a good head on his shoulders for everything except what it takes to actually get these little passion projects off the ground.
He's an artist. They can be temperamental.
Can't they just?
But creates good art, and I enjoy working with him. Someone who actually lets me kind of step out of my comfort zone sometimes.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So you'll tell him?
Yeah. When he gets back to the hotel tonight.
Great. Excellent. Wunderbar. Top hole, in fact. Yes. Stands up. Well, I hope you don't mind if I cut and run. Please keep the bottle with my compliments. It's the good stuff right there.
Certainly is.
So sorry to leave you drinking alone, but, places to be, artists to placate, you know how it is.
Of course.
He leans in and takes one of your hands and he kisses you on the knuckles, almost in a... There's a moment, a fleeting moment, but a moment where your other hand involuntarily curls into a fist. But then the moment passes and he's swaggering out the doors.
I am most certainly taking this champagne bottle back up to my room, and pizza sounds great. I think a pizza.
Later, several fingers of very expensive champagne and 2 extra large pizzas later, Taylor once again stands up, pacing the entire breadth of your suite, and says, 3 fucking weeks! Unbelievable.
Yeah, I tried to get him to give us more time, but
This fucking Beverly Hills looking prick, I swear to God.
He is a fuckwad. But he's a fuckwad
Damn
with
it.
money.
Yeah, I know. It's just 3 weeks. How am I even? I mean, what am I supposed to? He just sits back down on the bed rather heavily.
I mean, talk to Toby. I can talk to the stunt team, and there may be some ways that we may have to take less takes of something, but
Toby, remember when I said I was gonna splurge a little bit to add some fresh faces to our production team?
yeah.
Well, we might have gone a little over budget in some areas, and I'm paying Toby and his guys out of pocket now.
Oh, 3 weeks even better. That's the less time you have to pay them.
Yeah, I guess it's just when they find out they got three.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have a contract with them, Raleigh. I'm literally Venmoing them their rate because there wasn't time.
Look, I mean, I can talk to them. I think Toby likes me, so maybe I can convince him. Lay it down, put him down easy.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, he is incredibly full of himself. Kind of a scumbag. Gives me major scumbag vibes.
You want me to beat him up?
No, it's fine. You do not have to defend my honor.
Sure. I've been practicing those moves you showed me. I think I could,
Beat him up after the movie is released, please. We both need this. We both need this.
Yeah, we do. Kind of reaches over on the bed and grabs your hand. I don't. You know it's not your fault, right?
I know.
All right, like it. I know this isn't where either of us saw our careers going after you got cast in red asphalt, but
Yeah,
I know you don't want to go traipsing through the Mojave and what is rapidly starting to resemble fetish gear, but
it needs a little bit more leather, but yeah, it's very close.
yeah, I mean that's what you get when you're adapting a comic from the early 2000s.
Yeah, I'm actually lucky that there's enough to actually cover my breasts in this costume.
Yeah, I don't think we can. I don't think if we get an R rating on this one, I think we're sunk.
Yeah, and it's certainly a hell of a property to adapt.
I know, but I don't know. Henry told me something about nostalgia being all the rage, especially that like the Homestuck era of like when the internet was a slightly more innocent place.
God, Homestuck. Ugh.
I know. Homestuck is a bad example, but
Oh,
you
I
get
mean,
what I mean.
we could be in a worse situation. We could be adapting Homestuck.
Oh God, not the gray paint.
God, no.
You remember that one con before?
Yeah.
What was it? It was San Diego. Walking Dead had just come out, and you were doing an interview for. You just guest starred in Bill's Above, and you were there on the panel with like fucking Travis Teague.
Yeah.
And your entire audience was the Living Dead.
It was something. Kind of miss those days. It was a little bit more fun at the cons.
Yeah. 3 weeks. Fuck.
Well, make it work. I know I can help with makeup. I'll talk to the stunt team. I have some ideas. A few things that I'm like, we probably might have to cut or, kind of do them a little creative. But I think we can do this. mean, I don't think I know we can do this, and I mean, we have to do this.
Yeah. He kind of pulls you in closer. Just both lie there on the bed, surrounded by the detritus of your impromptu meal. Yeah, we're gonna get through this, Lay. You'll see.
Yeah, we'll get through this, and whatever's next will be even better, and we won't have to deal with Henry fucking Passmore.
Amen to that.
I mean, somebody's got to be adapting Red Sonja, you think? Maybe
Oh,
we
you'd
get
be
that.
great for that. Yeah, you'd be great for that.
People want nostalgia. Give them nostalgia. So, you know?
Yeah, no. Schwarzenegger, man, it's a classic.
Yeah.
I think you fall asleep like that, just doing what the two of you always do in a crisis, reminding yourselves why it is you do it in the first place.
Of course.
Later, in a slightly smoky booth, you sit across from a very suave gentleman, dark skin, dreaded hair, kind of an almost crust punk aesthetic with the leather vest and bracelets, sitting in front of a microphone directly across of you as he says, "Hey, y'all, welcome back. 7 minutes to midnight. As usual, it's your boy Eli, coming to you live, Magdalene Tower, KRB FM 91.7. And tonight, wherever you are, there you go. I'm sitting across from the very talented Raleigh Asher. Some of you boys, if you maybe direct your attention away from that one promotional poster, we know the one I'm talking about, for 2 seconds, might remember her as the leading role in the action blockbuster Red Asphalt. How you doing tonight, Raleigh?
I'm doing pretty good. Happy to be here.
And you didn't grace our sleepy little burg for no reason, right? No, you've got something in the works.
Yeah, I am. I am shooting in a movie out here, and it's honestly, the scenery here, perfect for this film.
Yeah, brings us back, folks, back to the good old days, ask your grandpa's grandpa. You know a thing or two about, when you Raleigh, what was it, your granddad, right?
Yeah.
Victor Anderson, ladies and germs. A real T-Town original right there.
Yeah, he filmed a lot of movies out near Red Rocks with, honestly, you name it, he probably had a part in it. Worked with all of the greats, John Wayne and everyone like that. I think he even worked with Clint Eastwood at one point.
Yeah, well before the chair debating days. It was a different time, folks. It's a different time.
For that.
Yeah. I'm guessing it must be really something to be out there shooting it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, it's there's certainly something to be said about using actual places for your backdrops and scenery rather than just green screens and stuff in post-production. I think it always brings something to a film. The dust, grime, and grit, especially here, really helps bring out the story that we're telling.
And that story would happen to be another little sordid tale as created by another T-Towner, Gaspunk Samurai, from way, way back when. early webcomic days. That must be an interesting transition from Reddit forum to screen.
Yeah, I'm don't know too much of that actual side. I just come in and be badass. But the director, Taylor, he certainly has a passion for things like this, and it's been a lot of fun being able to step into the shoes of this character that a lot of people really like and really care about, and getting to embody them in this.
And speaking of leading roles, gotta ask, don't get me wrong, we're all absolutely tickled to have you grace us with your presence, but indie films so soon after your debut on the red carpet, and fucking finally, if you ask me. What's all that about? You got tired of the limelight already?
I mean, you gotta have. I think there is something to doing an indie film in being in the trenches that helps put into focus and perspective, like when you get to do one of the big films. And I do enjoy, because one like this, they let me do all my own stunts. Not always. I don't always get to do that in the big films.
Yeah. You had a full, pretty stacked roster of action greats in your last film, too. According to the most recent rumor mill, apparently things got a little physical offstage as well.
Oh.
Yeah, no, something about you and your current director, I do believe, Mr. Taylor Cavallero, something to that effect.
Yeah, internally I'm thinking about what this looks like, especially, there have been many times where leading lady dates director, and suddenly people are calling favoritism, or talking about the imbalance of power, and just I smile at him and just say, Taylor and I, we have a connection. It's not often that something like this comes along, and we work well together. I trust him to only shoot my best sides, and to give me make sure I always look good on film. And I trust him to tell the stories. We're in a relationship and kind of been for a while. Never really wanted to publicly broadcast it. We're both very private people.
Give me a charisma plus persuasion check.
Yeah. I'm going to spend a willpower on this.
By all means.
3 successes.
He kind of nods. You see from behind the booth, you see someone back there gives Eli a signal. He says, "Well, you heard it here, folks. I expect a list of ship names pronto. In the meantime, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break. Nah, don't be a stranger now. We'll be right back. And we're clear." Sorry about the ambush.
It's okay. I fully expected it to happen eventually. We tried to keep it away from the paparazzi for long enough, because what people say.
Yeah, but you also know what people say in general, right?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I've heard it.
It's fucked. Don't get me wrong, but I got my boss. You got yours, so.
Yep. You gotta play to your audience. I understand.
Mostly horny teenagers and baby boomers with way too much free time at this point.
Yeah, well, I am definitely aware of how both groups see me.
we're not gonna keep you much longer. There's probably gonna be a few more fluff questions, and then you're free to go. Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Yeah, of course. I always enjoy talking. Radio shows are always fun because I feel like we can actually talk about things rather than if I just go on the Tonight Show. It's like, let's talk about your movie.
Yeah, you know that's a fucking racket, right?
I'm so aware of it. So many things that I have to play nice by.
I stopped watching the late night circuit after they gave Craig Ferguson the axe.
Honestly, yeah, I miss going on his show because that was the time where I was just like, we're not going to talk about my movie. We may talk about it for a minute, and then he's gonna make penis jokes with a robot skeleton, and then it's gonna be a great time.
Right? There ain't gonna be nothing like it. There's no more guns in the valley.
Yeah.
You see, the woman in the booth gives Eli another signal. He's like, all right, they're playing our song. He adjusts the mic once again. All right, boys and girls, we're back. Did you miss me? Yeah, I bet you did. And it goes on like that for maybe another hour. Eventually, you find yourself heading out of the recording studio on the upper floors of Magdalen Tower. Once again, trying to ignore the fact that your phone's blowing up as everyone from your stunt team to camera operators to fucking craft services has been blowing up yours and Taylor's phones for the last couple of hours ever since you had to break the news about the new deadline.
Yeah. I have my phone on silent.
Yeah. So you head into the elevator. You hear a voice say, hey, hold the elevator, please.
Extend my hand and, make sure it doesn't shut on this person.
Person yet again is this kind of baby-faced, I want to say maybe 20, 30 something. Very casually dressed, jeans and tennis shoes, got like a band print t-shirt on. Hey.
Hey.
Just look forward. Typical elevator protocol. Try not to make eye contact.
I mean, you can say it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. We'll just stand here awkwardly in this elevator.
Yeah, just two perfect strangers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real treat, Miss Asher.
Thank you.
All right, this is me. He gets off at a lower floor before you eventually ride it all the way down. And then it's back to work, nose to the grindstone.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna probably not be sleeping a lot for the next couple of weeks.
Give me as we kind of almost begin a montage of rehearsals, choreography meets, scene edits, long drives out to the sweltering heat, and then seemingly even longer drives back and forth. Go ahead and give me a stamina plus athletics check.
Stamina plus athletics. I'm also going to use willpower again.
Okay.
That's another 3 successes.
It feels like a montage because the next 2 weeks, it's the worst speed edit in history. Every single scene blurring into one another. Point where you feel like you're on autopilot. You could feel it build and build, the stress, the fatigue. And the thirst, you are so damn thirsty. It is 100 degrees out here, and you cannot drink water because you gotta look photogenic.
Yeah. It's times like this, I still wish I did cocaine.
And then it all just, you hear that blissful cut, and you nearly fully fall over.
Honestly, I think if I wasn't like wired into 3 different places, I probably would have.
You're shooting out on one of the bluffs. It's actually maybe only a couple feet off the ground, but, well, they're going to work some movie magic to make it look, more looming and cinematic.
It's all camera angles.
Yeah. You very nearly fall off the bluff. A couple of the extras have to, physically help you down. Taylor is already rushing over to you. Hey, you okay?
Yeah. Oh. So we get it? Did we get the shot?
Yeah, we got the shot. We got the shot. You did great. Okay, that's a wrap for now, guys. Wait, you sure? That's a wrap, man. Okay, really don't need anyone dying of heat stroke right now. Okay, you sure you're good?
I have to be good.
Okay. I tell you what. Why don't you hang out in the trailer in the meantime? Okay, it's got AC.
Yeah. Then, give me 30 minutes. I'll be fine.
Are you sure? I can. One word. We can pack up. We can head back to the hotel.
We don't have the time. We need to get this done. 30 minutes. I'll be fine. Shoot what you can around me.
Okay, 30 minutes. That's fine. He checks his phone. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna shoot the final battle after dark anyway. Okay. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, folks. And then we're back. You limp into the trailer and hit the duvet and very nearly pass out.
I swear I am going to murder that producer next time I see him.
Give me another stamina plus athletics check. As you can feel your body shutting down, you want so badly to just go to sleep. Schedule be damned.
It's another 3 successes.
Now you can sleep when you're dead, if only just to spite that silver spoon looking. But even still, it's touch and go for a moment. You just lie there, soaked in sweat, almost fading in and out. You're so thirsty. You feel someone press a ice cold water bottle into your hand.
I in this moment don't give a shit if it's looking photogenic. They can fucking airbrush my abs in later if they have to. I'm going to drink this.
Yeah, you drink it, and you're not even cognizant of anyone being in the room. But you look up, and it was already getting to twilight earlier. It's now fully dark out, but for a moment, you almost feel your heart skip a beat as you swear. You see Henry standing above you, almost looming.
Jesus Christ.
Then you blink, and there's no one here.
Oh, I've gone into full-on hallucinations.
Yeah, no, this is bad, because that was... that fucking smile. Wait, where'd you get water? You stare at the water bottle.
It had to be a PA.
Yeah, it was a PA.
Yeah, I'm gonna hunt down whatever kind of painkillers I have and take those. Hopefully, those will keep me on my feet.
Yeah, you kind of lift yourself, shaking into the tiny little bathroom, and you look in the mirror, and you look terrible. Makeup can only do so much to hide the rings under your eyes, and you look pale. I mean, granted, you were never exactly the most tanned individual to begin with, but even you look like drained. You look dead. It's disheartening.
Curse my Scotch Irish heritage.
Another knock on the door almost makes you jump out of your skin again. Hey, Raleigh, you awake?
I'm alive.
Okay, that's gonna have to do. We need you on set.
I'll be there in a minute. Yep. Painkillers, water. Really think about for a moment, just being like, can I score drugs here? Probably can.
Probably.
Very tempting.
Definitely one of the production assistants has to be on something. There's no way those guys would put up with what they're paid. There's no way they'd put up with conditions like this if they weren't on something.
I absolutely do not blame them.
Give me one more stamina plus athletics check.
Another 3 successes.
Square up against a fiend wielding massive meat cleaver of a blade, dressed in tattered leathers, this almost bat-like mask shadowing his face as the final clash between the heroine and the warlord Tattershade plays out, and you give it your absolute 110%. You throw moves into the sequence that no one was expecting, least of all the member of your stunt team playing Tattershade, but he's worked with you for a while. He knows how to roll with the punches, and you nail it. You fucking nail it. If nothing else, this film gets out there, that scene is gonna get clipped and out there on the internet for God knows how long.
At least the costumes stick together.
You hear, cut! We got it, people! We fucking got it! And then you black out.
Yep.
You wake up with tubes in your arm. You're in a hospital bed.
Fuck.
A nurse comes in. How are we doing, Miss Asher?
Someone get the license plate of the truck that hit me.
Well, dehydration will do that to you. He checks the IV bag that you're currently hooked up to. I'm not one to tell you how to do your job, miss, but, well, let's just say you're lucky that your boyfriend really does not give a damn about speed limits.
Yep, I'm lucky.
All right, so listen, right now, what you need is just bed rest and fluids, all right?
I can do that.
Okay, good. I realize, there's probably nothing anybody could do to stop you if you want to get out of this hospital bed, but I'm seriously recommending that you take it easy for at least a month minimum. And the doctor, when he comes in, is probably going to tell you the same.
Noted. I mean, movie done, movie shot. We got it. If a month bed rest sounds great.
In the meantime, Vitals all look good. Um, can I get you anything? From the commissary? It's hospital food, admittedly, but it might be good to get something in your stomach.
Yeah, honestly, I think I could eat anything right now.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
God, how long have I been out?
Almost 24 hours. You were kind of fading in and out, delirious, overexerted. We were worried for a moment that you were suffering from heat stroke, but fortunately, you came close, but fortunately, we were able to get you hooked up to an IV and stable before it got that bad.
Is very good.
All right. I'll see about getting you something halfway edible.
Thank you.
Of course, dear. And remember, there's a little button on the table over there in case you need anything or start to feel faint or overheated again.
Yeah. Um, I'll I'll remember that.
Okay. The nurse leaves.
Ugh, at least this time wasn't for alcohol or drugs.
Practically hear your old man berating you.
Yeah, my phone. He's probably really worried. I should let him know that I'm okay.
Gonna reach over to check your phone. See, it's a couple of text messages, mostly from the rest of the crew, wishing you well, hoping that you're feeling better when you read this. Naturally, Taylor, the biggest contributor to this. Sorry you can't be there past visiting hours, but
Yeah, at least let him know I'm awake. And really hope that this hasn't hit Twitter or anything. It probably has. I don't know what I am thinking. It hasn't.
you're checking your socials when suddenly you feel a finger brush a strand of hair away from your face.
I will jump back because I didn't realize anyone was in this room and kind of like look and see what's going on.
Give me roll wits plus resolve.
One success.
Just a moment where you see a shape standing over you, almost caressing you, and for a moment you want to scream, you want to strike, you want to do any number of things, but you can't because all of a sudden your body is seized by this almost wave of just pleasure, like best meal you've ever had, the best roll in the hay you've ever experienced, the best hit of cocaine you've ever done, all rolled into one, and suddenly you can't move, you can't breathe, you can't do anything. Oh my god. Then you blink and did you black out again? You see,
But
Taylor's standing by your bedside and he's talking to like an actual doctor. And you hear as you fade back in, you say, "Listen, Mr. Cavallero, does she have a history of anemia or anything like that?" What, anemia? No, not as aware. All right, it's just that we ran some blood, and well, look, I'm concerned that she might have an underlying condition that might affect her recovery.
uh, anemia.
Oh, oh shit, you're awake. Immediately, Taylor's by your bedside, like holding your hand. You feel, oh, you do not feel good. Your head is pounding. You feel dizzy. Feel weirdly cold, almost.
I. What happened? There was. I could have sworn there was somebody in the room, and then it just goes black.
Hey, it's okay, baby. It's okay. All right. You just need to rest, relax. Okay,
Okay.
it's gonna be okay, Lay. It's gonna be okay.
Uh, wait, I mean, as far as I know, I don't have anemia. I don't think it runs in my family. I had a physical right before we came out to shoot and said it was
Right.
fine.
The doctor leans in and is like, uh, hold on one second, Miss Asher. He shines a little pen light in your eyes. Okay. Feels your forehead for a moment. Feel cold and clammy at the same time. It's not a great sensation. And finally, as he takes the arm and wrist that isn't hooked up to the IV and checks your pulse, says, hmm. Takes the stethoscope, checks again. Hmm. Um, Miss Asher, if it's all right, I'd like to keep you under observation for a few more days just so we can run some more tests.
Okay.
I, well, I'm not in- entirely sure why, but you are showing signs of acute anemia, for lack of a better term. We just want to check to make sure there aren't any. Well, you have been working yourself very hard lately, and my primary worry right now is that somewhere during the course of filming, you might have hurt yourself and you may be potentially bleeding internally.
I don't like those words.
I know. No, you're not. Don't panic is the main thing. So long as you're in the hospital, you're not in any immediate danger, but all the same, I'd like to keep you under observation just in case.
Yeah. It's. Do I have to be alone?
Um, I mean, we can obviously, Mr. Cavaliero's free to stay during visiting hours, and I can have one of the orderlies keep you company if you like.
Yeah. It was just a moment. I could have sworn there was somebody in here.
You, hmm, are there was someone in here.
I could have sworn it. So, it was after the nurse. I felt someone brush some hair back, and there was someone here, and I don't remember. I just remember blacking out.
Okay. Well, right. You don't like the look on the doctor's face. Right, okay. Um, just wait here for a moment. You see him exit out the room and you see through the window on the door. He's talking to a nurse, keeps looking back at you with that same concerned expression. Meanwhile, Taylor's just at your bedside, holding your hand.
And I turn to him and I say, I swear, not drugs, anything. I swear there was someone in here.
Baby, I'm sorry. I know I've been working you hard, okay?
It's okay. Look, we both knew this was gonna be difficult. And we did it. Movie's done.
Yeah, movie's done. You fucking killed it, Lay. You fucking killed it. That final that final showdown, just mm, pure cinema.
Thank you. I yeah, literally blood, sweat, and tears.
And as you relax, or try to at least, Taylor stays for as long as he's able. But, well, like mentioned previously, you're not married, so sadly, there's only so long he can stay past visiting hours. And also, he does have a movie to complete, so
Yeah.
Eventually he has to leave. But your stay here, it doesn't get any better. In fact, it gets worse. It's always the same. Late at night, sometimes it wakes you from sleep. Sometimes it just happens without warning. Sometimes when there are other people in the room with you, you feel it more than you experience. Just waves on waves of just almost mind-bending pleasure. And then you're back with another concerned hospital worker looking at you, taking your temperature and checking your vitals, muttering to themselves concernedly while you just feel withered, for lack of a better term. At one point, they have to ask you your blood type because they have to give you more blood. You're losing blood, and they don't know how or why. And they try their best to keep you calm. They run all sorts of tests. They even, at one point, take an x-ray. But it doesn't stop. And it keeps going like that.
I'm probably getting more and more hysterical.
Give me a willpower check.
2 successes.
2 successes. You feel like you're going insane. Yet everything's blurring together again. One moment, Taylor's there, the doctor's there, one of the orderlies there. You're safe, you're protected, you're loved. The next, just pain, pleasure. You're living, you're dying, Are you dying? Is this what it feels like? Is life literally flashing before your eyes? And every so often, you know, there's someone in the room with you. And they're doing this to you. You don't know how you know that. You just know, and you tell everyone within earshot, but they don't believe you. They don't see it, and it just keeps coming back.
I can't even fight it. It's the worst part.
No, that's not the worst part. The worst part is that whatever it is, it knows you can't fight back. One night, your eyelids creak open and you swear you hear the sound of someone arguing? Raised voices, just barely above a whisper. Your vision swims. You don't think they know that you're conscious, although you barely feel conscious. You see, is that Henry? And the guy from the elevator, what? Are you? You can't keep your eyes open. Do you try and fight the sensation, or do you just let...
I try and stay awake. What is Henry doing in my room? What is this person I met once doing in my room?
Give me a stamina plus resolve check.
4 successes.
Your limbs are made of lead. Can't move your head. Barely keep your eyes open, but you keep them open. That same stubbornness that's kept you going this far, kept you going now. You hear the voices, almost like they're echoing from far away. Slide and focus. The guy from the elevator. Never got his name, but he's angry. Almost, you hear him say, "This is really fucking beyond the pale. I mean, what exactly is your plan here, huh?" Henry. That is Henry. You know that smug voice anywhere says, "Yeah, like she's the first desperate actress that's worked herself to death." No, that ain't gonna fly, pretty boy, alright? You're gonna fix this. You're gonna... You fade out. You wake up. There's no one there. It takes a while, but eventually you get your strength back. The midnight visits stop. You feel like shit, but they stop. You have to get a blood transfusion. But they've checked and checked and checked again. No signs of internal hemorrhaging. They can't explain the anemia nor the blood loss like symptoms. Get your strength back. Eventually, you're able to leave the bed. At this point, almost a month has passed. Taylor's naturally with you every step of the way.
I'm sure he had to fight off my dad with some sort of broom.
Oh yeah, your dad's here. The moment he found out he caught a red eye from LAX to the Miraloma Regional Airport, the crew, bless their hearts, holds a wrap party for you in the lobby of the Palmdale. Small little thing. Someone buys a ice cream cake that says Happy Cheat Day on it.
I think I have deserved many of them.
And it almost makes you forget the horror show you went through. But there are nights when you sit and bolt upright in bed because you swear you see something in the corner of your eye. Taylor wants to stay just long enough to get everything situated and squared away, and then he promises catch the first flight back to LA.
And stay in the condo for like a month.
Absolutely. He promises you all the in and out when you get there. Your dad sticks around. You're kind of glad he does because you don't like being by yourself right now. Spending a lot of time in the actual hotel room, I imagine. Only really break up that routine to go hang out with Taylor or go down to the gym. Feels good to, to move, to sweat. And eventually, you, fever dream diet. You can't recommend it, but, it's got you looking toned as hell.
Yeah, that's the one upside.
As you're heading back from the gym, back to your hotel room, you go to the door and you realize it's unlocked.
That's definitely strange.
Did housekeeping let themselves in?
I'm going to cautiously push the door open just enough to lean and see if there's anyone in there.
There is. He's sitting on the bed. Henry fucking Passmore. I know, but I was told that we'd be parting soon. Well.
Yada yada. Parting, such sweet sorrow, whatever.
Well, won't you come in?
You're in my room, so I think I have to. I will go in, kind of keep a healthy distance between me and him.
Yeah, he's just sitting on the bed, and maybe it's the lingering night terrors, but your hackles are raised.
Yeah, certain memories stick out in my head. Not the first actress to work herself to death.
Do you say that out loud?
I do not. I'm thinking it.
All right. It's just looking at you, and you do not like that look one bit. As he says, almost conversationally, Taylor's been playing the dutiful wife guy, hasn't he?
I did almost die, so I think that's expected.
He plays the stoic, thoughtful auteur, but honestly, he'd be an absolute shambles if it weren't for you. How exactly does a woman like you get with a wet blanket like that?
I grit my teeth and say, Taylor and I, we have a connection. We work well together. He needs somebody to temper him, and I do that. We, complement each other's weaknesses.
But that's not what I meant. There's an actual story here, and it's not the one that has you running up and down Red Rocks Canyon in a nearly see-through thong. No, I want you to tell me, how is it you two met? And when he says that, suddenly you feel this sensation almost course through you. Almost like this wave of calm. And suddenly, you don't know why you were so worried. He's just checking in. He's just concerned. He just wants to know a bit about you, is all.
Of course. I'll, give him a smile and say, it was early in my career, we worked together on Storm Saga, and, I lead actress, director, we spent a lot of time together, and it was my first big role in this kind of genre, and I wanted to make sure I got everything right. And, one thing leads to another when people are spending long nights together, drinking, discussing, and, dates. And I got to see who he is really behind everything. The nerd, just the guy who wants to make movies and has always wanted to make movies. And I feel a kinship with him in that way. Is the movies, I can't see myself doing anything else other than making movies. It's in my blood.
He grins. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Now there's something that deserves to be up on the silver screen. Real romance. Real passion, not that TikTokified, mood-lit, meet-cute nonsense that passes for relationships these days. No. That right there. You are head over heels for this poor boy. And I can feel it. I can practically taste it.
Yeah. I love him, and I have for years. There is literally no one else I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Stands up, and you don't know why, but something in your forebrain is telling you that you should not let him get closer. But unfortunately, that part is not in control right now. And he takes one stride forward, almost absent-mindedly playing with one of his bracelets. Says, if only you knew the rarefied air you're breathing right now.
Excuse me?
I can't quit you. I've been trying. I got reamed out for it and everything. And I'm sure you and Taylor will go off and have a lovely little white picket life, maybe raise a few rugrats. I'm sure it'll be a Hollywood ending. Before that, I just want one little bite and then something to remember you by. He's leaning in. For a moment, you think he's going to try and kiss you, but no, he's leaning over and around, and you see his mouth open and you see his teeth lengthen and that thing in the back of your skull goes into overdrive. Even in spite of the supernatural calm you're under. Give me a composure plus intelligence check.
You know what? That feels important. I'm going to spend a willpower.
Okay.
Only one success, unfortunately.
Oh God, it was him. It was him the whole time. And you can't move. You can't fight. You're like a damn deer in headlights.
In my mind, I am screaming.
I feel like you're about to say something, about to do something, when suddenly you feel the sharp pain in your carotid artery, and then that same feeling almost radiating out from the bite, just absolute pleasure, dips you, almost like you're dancing, leans your head back, and you can feel him draining you, taking everything.
I wish I could fight back. Shove him off, punch him, kick him, anything. It's just, I can't move.
But you are, as we've already established, very stubborn when you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
So, I want you to give me one more stamina plus athletics check.
6 successes with a critical.
Feel your hand ball into a fist. What do?
I remember all of the fight training, fight choreography I've had. I mean, it's not 100% real, but the idea is still the same. I want to push him back. Essentially, he has aim a hit for the sternum. And just to push him back, push him off of me. And then as soon as that happens, I'm running towards the door, getting out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here, and I'm getting the fuck away from him.
You catch him in the throat, sternum, push to get distance, and then push kick that would make an MCU character proud. It hits him right in the solar plexus and sends him flying, tumbling over the bed. But you feel the moment his fangs leave you, all the pain, the sensation of your blood, dark red arterial blood pumping out of you as you clasp one hand to your neck, as a sickening but sadly familiar sense of vertigo overcomes you, and suddenly getting to the door becomes that much harder. Give me, we'll call it stamina plus athletics has been working pretty well for you thus far, but we'll also accept dex plus athletics.
They're the same roll for me.
All right.
I will burn my last point of willpower here for 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. Oh God, you're bleeding. No time for that. No time. You gotta go. You gotta get out of here. You make it to the door. Your hand closes on the handle. And that's as far as you get. You feel ferocious grip. Your long hair literally tearing you backwards. Henry, his face, an inhuman mask of rage. Lips, lower jaw stained with your blood. Horribly long incisors exposed, snarls. It is not a sound that should ever issue from a human throat. He tries to bite you again. This time, he's not being so gentle about it.
Yeah, I certainly don't want him to do that.
I imagine not.
And I will punch to injure. I will grab whatever's near me and use it as a weapon if I have to. There is no way those fangs are going back into my skin.
All right. Strength plus brawl.
8 successes with a critical.
It's a right hook that would make a professional boxer proud. Catch him right in the cheek. Henry, whatever he is, clearly isn't a guy who gets into a lot of fist fights. You knock him off balance. You grab the first thing that looks big and heavy. Keep that momentum up. You grab the flat screen TV across from your bed. Use it like a steel chair. Crack him over the side with it so hard that the screen itself spider webs the cracks. And you keep hitting him until suddenly one of his hands spikes up, grabs the edge of the screen hard enough to break the plastic frame, wrests it out of your grasp. You are breathing hard and you are keenly aware pain and the blood trickling down your neck and soaking into your top. The longer this fight goes, he tries to rush into you. He tries to tackle you to the floor.
Yeah, I definitely don't want him to do that. And I will attempt to use his own momentum against him and flip him.
Give me dexterity plus brawl.
Unfortunately, that is only one success. I think this loss of blood is getting to me.
Unfortunately, it's not like in the movies where the heroes can get stabbed, shot, beaten an inch of their life and still perform the most amazing feats of martial prowess. In real life, you get tired. In real life, blood loss is bad.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of recovering from losing quite a bit of my blood.
Spears into you, takes you to the ground, pinning your hands. His grip is so strong and his skin is so cold. And he bites into you again. What are the last thoughts going through Raleigh's head?
Thinking about Taylor, thinking about my parents, thinking about Corley, all of my other friends and people I've met through acting, performing, and a fear passes through me that I'm just going to be another promising young woman who died under mysterious circumstances. And I think the last thoughts that pass through my brain are, Taylor, I'm sorry.
You're out on the mesa after dark. Golden hour. Gorgeous lighting. The sky is just a sea of orange and red and pink and purple. Purple mountain majesties, just like in the song. You could feel the wind whipping through your hair. But you look out at the desert and it's like desert after a rainstorm. It's barren hills, dusty lowlands covered in brilliant assortment of wildflowers, just as far as the eye can see. It's so beautiful out here. You can already see the shot in your head. Panoramic, panning from you as the primary angle of focus and then slowly moving to take up rest of the landscape. And as you're just kind of standing there, looking out over this view, there's someone out there. There's someone out there in the field, walking towards you.
Do I recognize them?
Get the weirdest sense of deja vu as you kind of squint a little bit and try to crane forwards. They're striding towards you. What would you say, Raleigh's red carpet look like when she had to absolutely dress to impress?
When she did, there's something classic about a black dress. A black dress that was cut in a way to show off my physique. Cut up high on the leg to show those off as well. I think last time I wore it, I styled it with a pair of black opera gloves. And just for all of the femme fatale look. Kind of always tried to make my image look as badass as possible because that's what you have to do in this industry.
Indeed. You are striding towards you, like you're striding down a red carpet, and you look, the word gorgeous doesn't cut it. You look glorious. You just for a moment stand there in awe of this doppelganger looking out at you from this field. Then you start to smile, and you see she gives you a grin with ruby red lips and long fangs. And you see the wildflowers around her start to wilt, turn brown. And it spreads out from her, this almost sea of decay. Meanwhile, the sun, the last rays are dipping below the horizon. And it's getting very dark and very cold. You're looking at it around you, literally, as everything is dying around you. The weirdest thought. This is a really good shot. Taylor would love this.
Yeah.
And then, as you're looking down the dying flowers, you see a bright drop of crimson splash down to the now rapidly cracking earth. You reach one hand up and you realize that's your blood. You start to get woozy. And you start to get faint, and you collapse down onto your knees, and the blood continues to pour down your front. And you weakly try to staunch it, but it just keeps... It's turning the ground around you to crimson mud. And your doppelganger, meanwhile, is just looming over you.
I reach out and I try to grab at this doppelganger version of me.
She very gently takes your bloody hand in her pristine black opera gloves and says, in a voice that's yours, but also isn't, the funny thing is, this could have been you, but it's far too late for that. That's a wrap, folks. And then darkness once again. Shit. Fuck. Oh, fuck. What did you do? Those are the first words you hear as you slowly come back to not consciousness, something worse. You are very hungry, positively famished, in point of fact.
Fuck. What is going on?
You're back in the hotel room, and that guy from the elevator is standing over you, and when you do, his eyes go wide, and he nearly goes for the alarmingly large pistol he has in a shoulder holster over his bandprint t-shirt. Oh no.
How'd you get in here?
Hey, whoa, easy.
What's going on?
Hey,
Where's Henry?
Hey. He ain't here, that's for sure. Raleigh, right? Raleigh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, look at me.
Why am I hungry?
What do you remember?
I came back to the room. I had just finished working out. The door was open. Henry was here. He asked me a lot of questions about my relationship with Taylor. And then he attacked me. Fangs, he bit me. He was drinking my blood. I tried to fight him. I tried to fight him off, but I was losing too much blood. I'm not back into the shape I once was. And I
Hey,
passed out.
hey, hey, it's all right. I mean, okay, it's not all right, but it's um looks around. Fuck, I gotta call this in. Uh,
To the police?
uh, okay. Wow. Never thought it'd be me that was giving this speech. Um, so he attacked you.
Yeah, got a good hit on him.
He looks around at the wrecked room. Yeah, I believe it.
Is Taylor okay? Where's Taylor?
No, that's your boyfriend, right? He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine. I think he's working late. Look, Raleigh,
I have a really bad feeling you're about to tell me something really bad. It's like this is the tone of voice everyone uses when they're going to deliver bad news.
uh, okay, then I guess I'll just rip the band-aid right off. You're dead.
Just gonna give him to the narrowed eyes look like, how are we having this conversation if I'm dead? Am I a ghost? I don't think I'm a ghost.
Raleigh, why don't you check your pulse?
Having no dots in medicine, I think it takes me a moment.
There's nothing there. In fact, you are very cold to the touch.
Oh, that shouldn't be like that.
This gives you, this stranger gives you a wary, sad smile, and you see he has fangs too.
Let me do the thing where I put my I open my mouth and I just like feeling with a finger, like, do I have fangs? Like, what is going on?
Oh god.
Holy fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Fuck. 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 Oh god. What the?
Raleigh. The panic in you is rising, and it's not just like a normal panic attack. The panic is a living thing in your chest, and it's clawing and it's biting, and it wants to go somewhere else. It wants to go anywhere else but here. I need you to give me a roll against fear frenzy.
2 successes.
You. That Anderson stubbornness is really coming in handy. You don't know what it is, but you choke it down like vomit. You keep it together in spite of everything. You keep it together, and when you do, this guy's expression goes from alarmed to almost focused as he reaches for something tucked into his jacket to almost surprised and maybe even a little bit impressed as you seem to master whatever impulse comes over you.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
You might just make it after all.
Oh, I'm a goddamn vampire.
Yeah. Not as sexy as it is on TV, huh?
Oh, yeah. The Lost Boys certainly lied to me. Or is here where you're about to hand me Chinese takeout and tell me it's worms?
No, I'm not that much of a prick.
Good, because I would punch you.
And I would probably deserve it for that hammy of a reference. Here. He reaches down a hand. I'm Nick.
Ollie.
He helps you off the floor.
Oh. I take it this feeling I have is not a real big desire for a very large pizza.
And now I'm afraid your days of takeout are long behind you. Look,
It was bad for my waist.
Okay, the gallows humor is good.
I don't have much else.
Well, hey, silver lining. You got, well, you were in terrific shape, so.
Silver fucking lining.
Sorry, I do it too. It's a thing. Okay, listen, somebody definitely heard something. So here's what needs to happen. This place is absolutely covered in you, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So we need to fix that because even standards at the Palmdale haven't slipped that low.
Okay.
So, but I get this is a lot. I get that you're probably feeling hungry right now, so I'm gonna give you a fresh pair of clothes. Then we're gonna take a walk, and we'll get you sorted. Okay, how's that sound?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna point towards the door. Don't do anything. I wouldn't do that. That doesn't work. We just met. Just stay here.
Yeah. I mean, fresh clothes. I'm gonna rush over to, my suitcase, and I'm going to dig something out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you some privacy. Well, call this in, okay? Okay. He opens the door. He closes it. You gotta sit on the bed for a moment, looking at the massive stain at the foot of it, where you were lying not even a few minutes ago. You have this horrifying feeling like there's something in you that wants to get on your hands and knees and try to lick it out of the rug.
Oh, I'm gonna tear my eyes away from it as I try to find something clean to wear that's not covered in me.
Fortunately, the powers of quick change, as ever, come in handy. He comes back a little bit later with a bunch of, looks like, cleaning supplies that he probably pilfered off of one of the housekeeping's carts. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. It would probably look pretty weird if a complete stranger was seen, exiting out of your room odd hours of the night, so I'm going to stay here for the time being.
Okay.
Want you to head to the end of that hallway, okay? Take the stairs, not the elevator, because there's a camera on the elevator. We don't need that right now. And then don't head out through the lobby. Once you get to the bottom floor, head out towards the dumpsters, okay? Out there, there's gonna be a truck. Lady in that truck, she's a friend of mine. She's gonna get you sorted, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Don't worry about this. I'll, believe it or not my first time cleaning bloodstains out of fabric.
Guess I gotta get good at that. Sorry, gallows humor.
No, it's right now you need all the coping strategies you can get your mitts on right now. So stick with that. If that's what gets you through the night, stick with that.
I don't have much else.
So remember what I said. Straight down the hallway, down the stairs.
Down the stairs, out towards the dumpsters, girl in truck.
Yeah, don't stop to make conversation. Don't stop for nothing, okay?
Okay. And I think one of the things I did grab was a hoodie. It's, like your kind of athletic hoodie that one would wear while jogging. And I pull that on and I'll pull it up over my face. So even more chance that people won't recognize me.
Go ahead, give me a dexterity plus stealth roll, but keep in mind that you are currently at hunger 5.
Full of 5 and hunger of 5.
What could possibly go wrong?
2 successes.
2 successes, okay. Fortunately, it's not your first time having to escape out of a hotel. Paparazzi are a thing, no matter where you are. What really bothers you isn't so much the fact that you have to do this, more the fact that you, as you're just kind of speed walking down the hall, pass by this one cleaning lady who's looking at her cart with a confused glance, wondering where few items have gone, and as you pass by her, your gaze lingers for just a moment longer than it should as you swear you can see the blood pulsing its way up her throat.
I keep pushing. I need to do this.
Keep going. You keep going. Nope. Nope, 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 no, none of that. None of that. Get down the stairs. Exit out into the night air. Indeed, there's a battered looking pickup waiting for you.
I head towards it.
There's a woman at the wheel. You can hear the engine still running. She's a short, stocky, almost got one of those power lifter builds. Broad, but not rotund, just densely packed with muscle. Looks like exactly the sort of person who would own this kind of truck, and she looks at you, gets out of the car. She's got something in her hand. A long piece of wood sharpened to a point at one end. Fuck.
Hello to you too.
Saw you in Beelzebub back in 2008.
Those
You're
were the
good.
days. Thank you.
You gonna give me trouble?
Rather not. I've had enough trouble tonight to last me for a while.
All right. Well, you're not riding in the cab.
Okay.
There's a bag in the back. Get in and zip yourself up.
Okay. Fucking traveling in style, I see.
Look, we got a long drive ahead of us, Hollywood, and it's either the bag or the bag with this shoved through that award-winning chest of yours. So,
Bag it is then.
all right. Indeed, there is a very large duffel bag in the back of the car, alongside a few other miscellaneous pieces of equipment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm flexible. I probably fit in the bag.
Yeah, it's not comfortable in the slightest, but you're able to zip yourself up, and it's pitch black in here. It smells ever so faintly of like animal droppings.
Lovely.
You hear the engine of the car shudder to life, and you feel yourself jostled. It's a long, bumpy ride, but it is illuminating in a lot of respects. We cut to a few nights later. You're sitting in a nondescript room on the 13th floor of Magdalene Tower. You don't even know it had a 13th floor.
Isn't that supposed to be unlucky or something?
Well, it's kind of on brand for the week you're having. You heard that people build skyscrapers. They always seal up the 13th floor, leave an empty bit of space. It's supposed to seal up the bad luck, you see. But now you're wondering if that tradition isn't practiced for other reasons, as it makes a pretty good clandestine hiding spot right smack dab in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
This has been your abode, for lack of a better term, past couple nights. Nick walks in. Hey, lurking hard or hardly lurking?
I thought I'd count the ceiling tiles again.
Right. So, the room they put you in, it's functional, I guess. There's a cot, a drinking fountain, if you want to wash your hands. There's not many more facilities other than that, but you found that that isn't really a problem anymore.
Yeah, I think I probably made a mistake with that drinking fountain.
He sits down on the cot. So, You the sort of person who likes the bad news first because, it makes you more anticipatory for the good news, or are you more of a, you know, butter me up first type person?
I think after the 3 days I've had, just rip the band-aid off.
Okay, well, the bad news is that they're not going to do shit to Henry for this.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, that was about my reaction too. But nepotism's a bitch, even when you're dead. Good news is though, they're letting you live.
Would my death cause too many problems for them?
That's about the long and short of it. Yeah, look, real talk. There's a reason why we don't do this to people of your, you know, persuasion.
It makes sense, despite what movies may portray.
That being said, they've ruled that Henry is incompetent to take over your accounting, so,
It was either that or I murder him.
yeah, that was also a concern, given the absolute thrashing you gave him in that hotel room. Uh, you're kind of my responsibility for the foreseeable future, seeing as it's also kind of my fault because I was supposed to keep this exact scenario from happening.
You're in the hospital room.
Yeah, he had been obsessed for a while, and that hospital was sadly the most opportune moment for the skeevy motherfucker.
Of course, work me to the bone and then, you know, siphon me off.
If it makes you feel better, you're not the first. Um, there's a reason why so many people's careers seem to end in proximity to this town. He's, what do you call it, a starfucker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably about how I put it.
Yeah, but he gets away with it because, unfortunately, those, and I mean no offense, B and D listers that he brings in infuse a lot of much needed capital into the local economy while they're trying to make their magnum opus. So,
So, what exactly is going to happen with me?
um, I guess you could call it probation.
Okay.
They're probably not going to put me in charge of whoever you end up with. I'm just the guy who, for better or worse, is going to get equal share of the blame should you, pull a Nick Cage or something.
Mm. Nick Cage, great guy.
Like a
Weird, but great
vampire's,
guy.
like a vampire's kiss,
Oh, yeah.
whatever it was called. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. I'm trying to. Fuck, I'm real sorry about this. This is a shit situation, no matter how you slice it.
Big picture questions like, what the fuck do I do now?
You you learn to unlive with it, like the rest of us.
I mean, what do I tell Taylor? What do I tell everyone?
Not the truth.
I mean, that makes sense.
Look, they don't just keep me around for my witty conversation, all right? I'm also the guy who has to clean up these messes. My friend Frida, you remember her? That duffel bag of hers has seen people that are a lot deader than you ferried out to a bunch of unmarked graves out in the desert, so let this be my first piece of mentorly advice. You cannot tell anyone about this, especially if they're close to you.
Okay. And it's not like I can just go back to LA.
You could. But, well, Tom Petty was right about all the vampires in the valley, for starters. So you go there, you're on your own.
Oh, fun.
So, look, there is a growing amount of people who I'm sure would be fine with you going and being someone else's problem. So if you want to cut and run right now, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm telling you, as somebody who's been at this for a minute, that's not going to make this situation any less complicated. If you stick around, best case scenario, they put you together with a bunch of other poor, unfortunate souls that are earning their training fangs as well. They assign someone to you to see if you can cut it, and maybe you keep it together. You might be released from accounting maybe a decade.
It's a decade in Santa Roya.
Look, I might have soft sold it from the beginning. There really is no good news, it's just bad news and worse news.
Okay. I'll fucking figure it out. But if I ever have to be in a room with goddamn asshole, I'll smash his face in.
I I wouldn't blame you, but I also wouldn't recommend it. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but these are not nice people.
Yeah, I think the whole Henry Lucy Westenra me proves that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you that there are people above Henry that make him look like toddler by comparison. Okay?
Noted. I'll play nice.
Okay, good, because those same people are going to be deciding your fate. And if you can, like I said, if you can tough it out, 5 years, 10 max, and then you can grab your boyfriend and head off to LA or whatever you want to do.
Okay. Oh, Taylor. Oh God, what the fuck am I going to tell him? I've been missing for 3 days.
No, you checked back into Sacred Mercy Hospital for 3 days because the doctors are still worried about your condition. They want to run a few more tests. And you're going to tell him that apparently you have a genetic disorder that's kicking in. Might have skipped a generation with your old man. It's called Shear's disease. You can tell him, hey, listen to me, listen to me. You can tell him that the symptoms include, but are not limited to, anemia, inconsistent heart rate, fluctuation body temperature, sleep inversion. In short, anything that sounds remotely vampiric, you blame it on Shear's disease. Okay?
Okay.
You update all your social media, you tell them bad news, plenty of literature out there on the web if they want to learn more, if they want to maybe donate to any of the number of foundations that have been formed to specifically treat this genetic condition that afflicts millions, yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. It's bullshit, but it works.
Look, I can sell bullshit. You've seen my last bunch of films.
Yeah, not your best work, admittedly.
It's really not.
But that's what you're going to tell them.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. He reaches into his pocket and produces your phone. Turn it off, obviously. I didn't get into your phone, but they did. And they're letting you keep this because you're not the sort of person who can go on a social media blackout, but I just want to make it very clear that everything on this phone, they're going to know about. So just be very careful, okay?
Of course.
Okay. Probably call your boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Okay. Gonna give you some privacy. Just before he leaves, though, he stops and he looks back at you. It gets easier. I know that probably doesn't mean anything to you right now, but it gets easier.
I hope so. And thank you for being the one to find me. Making sure I didn't hurt anyone.
Uh, I tip my hat if I had one. I'm literally just doing my job, man.
Thank you, anyways.
Yeah. All right, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna start making some phone calls.
Sit there. It slowly begins to pan out. So you reactivate your phone, hit Taylor's number, slowly pans out past the opaque, light-proofed glass disguising the facade of this 13th floor, out past Magdalene Tower, past Palmdale Hotel, past the lights downtown, past the decaying glories of Little Hollywood and the edges of the Mojave. San Arroyo. This place does not exist. And yet, here you are.